one of the things that you told me was, I understand you punching different people that are recalcitrant, whatever these folks, he says, but really I tend to punch upward at these orthodox economists and stuff, because they know better and they've lied for years and they've profited off of it, et cetera. Yeah. And the reality is that the American people and the world, quite frankly, have been lied to for so long that we're not just the inflation scare, the Milton Friedman inflation scare, all the quantity theory of money, all the bullshit that we have dealt with through the course of neoliberalism's, scorched earth Sherman march through our lives. Oh. You made the point, and it was very eloquent. The people have been lied to. They're doing the best they can with the information they have. It's ingrained in them. Yeah. We have to beat this through destroying the Milton Friedman, myth, basically, and start from there, and then work our way out. And people will eventually wake up and embrace hope. We're here for them. It's just not like a punching session. Yeah. And we are punching, but because we care about each other, this is tough love. We're dealing with our side of the street. Talk about this hope thing and talk about how we've been lied to.
The orthodoxy, which is New Keynesian theory, Neoclassical theory. What passes for economics today, when people think economics, they think of all the BS that you hear. All of it is propaganda, masquerading as economics. It's deliberately created propaganda to serve the needs and benefit entirely the financial sector or the corporate sector. That's it. Right? It doesn't do anything for you. And you have mainstream economists out there who are saying the most inane, ridiculous thing. MMT comes along, suddenly makes a huge impact, and all of a sudden you hear these new Keynesian economists saying, we already knew that. You're not telling us that. MMT's not giving us anything new. If you already knew it, what the fuck's your problem? Okay, and that was my point several years ago. But the thing is that when you see someone like me go out and go on a rampage, I'm not raging at the people themselves. I'm raging at politicians, the media, the professionals, who know better or who ought to know better, but insist on playing the game for the 1%, because that's who pays their wages. Okay, and that's who keeps them in positions of influence. MMT changes the game forever because it tells the truth. It creates a framework for real macroeconomic policy to be designed and implemented, okay, based in reality. And because people have been lied to for many years, over 40 years, that it's their tax dollars that are funding a broke government, that the government is borrowing and the national debt's going to kill us all. Okay? Because they've heard this, and they've heard the lie from the mainstream that there's scarcity. One of the worst lies ever comes from people like Paul Krugman, who say, you can deficit spend now, but down the road, you may have to make some hard choices with regard to Social Security. That's a fucking lie. Okay? And the truth is Paul knows it. He's intellectually dishonest. He's more worried about his position, New York Times. He's more worried about his influence than he is about telling the truth, because there's no money to be made in MMT. The truth is that people have heard this crap. If we deficit spend now, they're going to take my Social Security down the road because we're going to have to raise taxes to pay for it. I don't know what we're going to do. We're all going to die. It's all a lie. They've got people worked up and scared shitless. And that's why Fix the Debt exists, to loot your birthright for rich people. All right? MMT changes all this, and it tells you that Social Security can never become insolvent because the trust fund isn't a bank account filled with hard cash and gold coin. All right? It's just a spreadsheet. And when government taxes your paycheck, FICA, it destroys that money by deleting it on the keyboard. Here it is, keyboard. Destroys those FICA taxes you paid, and then it records how much it destroyed on a ledger, a spreadsheet with your name. And you know what that trust fund does? It tells the Social Security Administration how many benefits you'd get if you became disabled today, how much your pay would be when you retire, send you a little notice. Now you know, the government knows, keep track of all that stuff. And it knows who it's paying. The government instructs Treasury, Treasury goes and credits an account and pays the beneficiary. Yay. That's it. It's no different. It's no different than you taking your paycheck, okay, putting it in the bank, and then on a piece of paper at home writing down coffee fund, and then putting $100 on that. And then you start buying coffee, and each time you do, you erase that number and you make it lower and lower. When the number gets to zero, does that mean you can never buy coffee again? Be insolvent? Fuck no! The Treasury pays Social Security. The government generates the money to pay Social Security. The trust fund is irrelevant. If it went into negative numbers, it would just mean that beneficiaries are getting their money. All right? You're being lied to. When people start hearing this truth and they say, my God, that does make sense. I've been lied to. Suddenly there's hope. Where before there was nothing but desperation because of these scarcity bullshit arguments that you hear. Oh, deficit spend now, but down the road it's going to be tough choices for Social Security. Bullshit. Oh, shut the fuck up. There will be no tough choices for Social Security unless we cannot produce enough goods and services for the old people to buy right along with everybody else. Beyond that, there's no tough choice. So when people hear this and they go, that's right. If we have all the money I could have $1 million in the bank account, Steve, but if I can't buy anything with it, what good's the money? You're getting it. So when people get to that point, they're like, I have hope. It isn't about scarcity. I've been lied to. It's about efficiency. It's about doing the best with what you have. That's it.